To become fluent in your own truth is to be free of a life of pain, suffering, and other people's bullshit. Because the last thing you want to do, God forbid, is be on your deathbed, dying screaming, full of resentment and regret, saying, what if my entire life up until this point has been wrong? The wrong choices, wrong decisions, wrong people, you name it. Hopefully this video is the eye-opener you've desperately needed for a long time to set you on the straight and narrow and on your own truth, more importantly. And if you want to stop limiting yourself and live a life of clarity, truth, freedom, and peace, let me help you and show you how you can do it. All you've got to do is book a free discovery call with me, and the link's in the description and in the pinned comment down below. A client of mine named Amir is a lovely guy. He's Asian, but he came to that conclusion, reaching out to me, saying, what if my entire life has been wrong? He's in his early 40s, he's married with kids, and he hates his life. Some might say, oh, that's just a midlife crisis, he wasn't ready to grow up. No, what a load of bullshit. See, that's being fluent in bullshit. Fluent in the truth is, let's go back to the beginning, Amir. You come from a very strict Asian household, where your parents forced you and bullied you to study hard, missing out on years at school where he could have developed, actually doubled down on his personality, assertiveness, but no. Then he was pushed to go to a certain school, and then on top of that, his parents even chose his wife. So his career was mapped out for him. You've got to be a doctor. His wife mapped out for him, and so on and so forth. And you might think, oh, this is very common in the Asian culture. You might say that. But there are different variations in the Mediterranean, in the Muslim culture, and even in the British and American culture, where there's an expectation for you to do X, Y, and Z. Stay with me here. So Amir turns to his wife in the morning, who he doesn't find attractive. Let's be honest, that's not bullshit, because he didn't select her. It was an arranged marriage. He puts up with his kids, who he never really wanted at this stage of his life as well. And he has to go work in the NHS as a doctor, which is a shit organisation at the moment, and disaster in the UK. Now, you might be thinking, well, you're just making excuses with this guy. He sounds pathetic. But he said, what if my life has been wrong? Because Amir was speaking and communicating fluent in bullshit, because it wasn't his truth. When he said, I'm going to be a doctor, it wasn't, I want to be a doctor, I have to be a doctor. When he told friends, I'm getting married, it was the same thing. I have to get married because it was selected to me. Now, I know that's an extreme example, but it's still not too dissimilar to other cultures and other people from all over the world. Think about it. Let me ask you a question. Why do you work the job you do? Answer it. Seriously, why are you in that career? And I'm not looking down on you for that, but seriously, why? Well, it pays the bills. What does that mean? Have you ever extended yourself financially? Well, it's all I know. Why is it all you know? Why have you never tried anything else? Why do you absolutely detest your job and stay it and never do anything about it? Okay, maybe you love your job. Why are you desperately single? How did you get there? Why? Oh, well, all women are awful, all men are terrible. Okay, maybe all the men and women you've met, but isn't that bullshit you're reading online? Or when you're hearing from the other people? When you dig deeper, when you ask the difficult questions, and I do that, I make you very uncomfortable when you work with me through coaching, because that's what a no bullshit coach does. I get to the root of it and get you stop speaking in bullshit and speaking in your truth. When we strip away the expectations, when we strip away all the nonsense, all the unconventional ideas, all the conspiracy theories, all the culture, all the religion, everything away, we respond in a natural, healthy, authentic way. When we strip it all the way down to zero, to the base rate, to who we really are, we intuitively and naturally respond. So, for example, if you put a jar of honey in front of me and I hated honey, but that was my natural reason to hate honey, I wouldn't have the honey. But then if I didn't hate honey and I was indifferent, you put it in front of me, I'd probably eat the honey. We want to go to natural decision making, natural responses, and natural reflexes, rather than the fact that we are overstimulated by technology, by parents, by culture, by our neighbors, our siblings, by social media. The list goes on. So, when I was in a relationship that was incredibly toxic, unhealthy, a bad match for me, I was fluent in bullshit. Great example here is I went out for lunch with friends, and those friends knew I was unhappy. They knew I had problems. They knew it wasn't working out. And yet, because we're in public and everything, they asked me, how's it going? I said, yeah, great. Hunched over, miserable. You know, you think this is going to progress? Yeah, I guess so. I was deluding myself and deluding them at the same time. And as a result of that, something awoken in me. I said, you know what? Never am I going to talk about my relationship or a person I'm supposed to love like that. Weeks later, I walked away from that relationship, did the work on myself, turned my entire life around, and became fluent in my truth. So now in my current relationship, when people ask me how it's going, it's good. That's the truth. Is this the one? Yes, that's what I want. And it's even the same with this YouTube channel. And obviously you get ups and downs in business and life and so on. But when people ask me, is this what you want to do? Yes. Why? Well, the alternative for me was a business that failed. The alternative before was a career that was chosen by others and not me. People said to me, you should go work this job. You should go do this. Guess what? I bloody hated every second of it. Why? Because I was fluent at the time in bullshit. How's the job going, Coach SCG? Oh, yeah, it's great. How's the job going, mate? Oh, yeah, I love everybody. No, I don't. You can apply this to any area of your life, from even your health. Even your health. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you are grotesquely out of shape, you are really unhealthy, you make terrible choices, and someone asks you, how's your training going? How's the gym? How's it going health-wise? And you say, oh yeah, it's great. You're fluent in bullshit. The truth should be, I'm a disgusting bloody mess, but I'm going to turn it all around. How are you going to turn it all around? Well, I'm going to go to the gym. Don't bullshit again. No, I have to go to the gym. I have to create a plan. I have to do X, Y, and Z. Do you see the difference here? By becoming fluent in your truth, you live a better life immediately. Now, does that make you a cynical, bitter, miserable person? Yes, at the initial stage, through the transition. When the penny dropped for me that I was desperately needing to get out of that toxic relationship, I was saying to myself, don't ask me about my relationship because I need to work this out. Worked it out, walked away. Don't ask me about this terrible job. I need to get out and I need to move to that next level. Don't ask me about my social life. It's non-existent because I've had to walk away, cut ties with friends because they were not supportive. And guess what? They were never my friends to begin with. Don't ask me about my family. They've been an absolute bloody disaster, certain members. They've burnt bridges. They've betrayed me. But that's okay because I need to move forward. Look how different your life is when you don't bullshit. Because here's the thing. If you lie and bullshit and gaslight yourself, the following's going to happen. You're going to be in a mirror. You're going to stay in a miserable relationship where you're not attracted to the partner and it's going to go downhill. You're going to stay in a career that ticks a box, might earn a salary, but do you know what it's like working as a doctor in the NHS in the UK? You have mental breakdowns, you're stressed, you're exhausted, you get attacked, and you're burnt out, and it gets worse as time goes on. And he's in his early 40s. The guy's lost all his hair from stress. He's aged horribly. He has to drink so much coffee and eat crap to keep himself going. It's not sustainable. Again, an extreme example, but an example of being fluent in your bullshit. So, the easiest and simplest way you can do this is running a self-audit. Now, what is a self-audit? It's literally sitting there, walking, standing alone, away from anyone else, outside in nature in a very quiet place, no screens, no technology, and asking yourself the difficult questions. In fact, get a notepad, get some paper and a pen, and literally ask, okay, what am I bullshitting myself about? I did this exact same thing. I'm bullshitting myself about my business. My former business was dying. I thought I could save it. It had to die. I had to kill it. I'm bullshitting myself about my social life. It's not working out. I'm not friends with these people for the right reasons. I'm not right for them. It needs to go. I'm bullshitting myself about this relationship. You're never going to be good enough for the wrong person. I'm also wrong for them. I need to cut ties because they're never going to do it. I'm bullshitting myself about my health. I thought I was okay, but I could get better. I could get fitter. I could get healthier. I could look better. Do you see how easy it is? And then when you get those answers, when you get those truths, you don't just write them and accept them and then, blast it over social media to your friends and family or whatever and say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. No, you go and do it. It's easy to say, well, I'm in a wrong relationship. And it's even easier to stay in that wrong relationship. The hard bit is, I'm in a wrong relationship. I need to have a conversation and I need to move out. I need to cut ties. I need to separate from this person. I need to divorce. I need to walk away. This career, this job is a steady paycheck, but then again, it's killing me inside. I need to create a side hustle. I need to start a business. I need to pivot. I need to change careers because it's killing me and it's not the real me. And I'm not going to give two shits about how much time I spent in the office at work on my deathbed. I don't want to stay in this country anymore because it doesn't fulfill me. I don't want to live in this place. I don't want to live this way. I don't want to act this way. I don't want to believe this way anymore. The easy option is to distract yourself with another YouTube video. Is to watch Netflix. Is to watch adult content. Is to indulge in crap and eat crap that makes you sluggish and tired. Is to play video games to numb yourself and distract yourself from the truth. Why not just face the truth? It's ugly, it's bitter, it's horrible, it's brutal, it's harsh, but it will save your life. Because again, you do that, you make these changes on your deathbed in the future. You'll be a happier, more peaceful person, knowing that you were true to yourself. And you leave this world and this society and this community, this place better by living authentically. But by living in bullshit, you lie, you spread lies, you're miserable, you're resentful, you're angry, you're bitter, you're on tender hooks. You sell people dreams, but you're lying. You sell yourself dreams and you're lying as well. And then on your deathbed, there and then, when your life is about to end, you're screaming, dying, screaming, saying, praying, wishing you could do it all over again. But guess what? You can't. So you need to make a change now. And if you want to dive deeper into this to really figure out, because have you not realized this is all about who you really are? Unauthentically, unapologetically, authentically, genuinely who you are. That's what we've got to figure out. Let me help you. Let's do it together. I'm an expert in doing this. It's so good for you. All you have to do is book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description and pinned comment below. Remember, you want to live a life of bullshit, being fluent in bullshit? You'll die screaming. 100%. I guarantee you. You want to learn to be fluent in your truth? You'll die a happy person and leave this world a better place. It's your choice. Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck in life or being weighed down by endless struggles? Maybe you're exhausted from being walked all over, or tired of never having boundaries, or not saying no, walking away, or stuck in toxic cycles and situations. Well, imagine breaking free from all of that, feeling powerful and totally in control of your life. When you work with me, there's no BS, no fluff, just real, personal transformation.
I won't lie, his direct no BS approach made me feel uncomfortable at times, but was absolutely necessary to reveal my blind spots that were holding me back to become the best version of myself.
He told me things I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear. And it's helped me find myself again and to move on from it all and to rebuild and to come out stronger.
Now, you've seen my journey on YouTube. about the power of walking away from the wrong people, overcoming addiction, handling grief, empowering myself from being rock bottom. But this isn't about me. This is not my story. This is your story. Imagine having a life on your terms, having a healthier, better relationship, being able to overcome your struggles and actually be at peace and taste happiness, maybe for the first time ever in your life.
I was sceptical at first, as he's not the cheapest, but my concerns were immediately put to rest when he presented a step-by-step detailed breakdown of my new life plan for me to follow immediately after the call.
I had a session with SCG. I just think that it was very, very beneficial, and he helped me work through my structure and path moving forward.
Now, other coaches fail when it comes to getting real results because they offer you generic advice that is not catered to you. It's a one-size-fits-all program, and it's a load of BS.
After watching countless videos on YouTube regarding heartbreak, I noticed that they were all similar. Go to the gym, hang around with friends, find a hobby, and all that other BS basically. Yeah, that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the advice that I needed. That's when I came across SCG's videos.
But I'm different. I listen to you. I take notes. I ask the deep questions and personalize and cater to your needs to take you from where you are now to where you truly want to be. And it's a lot easier and simpler than you think.
What I appreciate the most is how SCG tailored the session to my specific needs and goals. After questioning and analysing my unique background and story, I feel he over-delivered, proving his genuine passion for his clients.
I totally recommend, if you're reaching out, if you're looking into having somebody who can listen with understanding and help you kind of bring different perspectives to what you're dealing with.
So here's what I want you to do. If you are genuinely serious about change and personal transformation, book a free discovery call right now down below. And also check out the testimonials from real people and real success stories of men and even women who've turned their lives around thanks to me. There are only limited spots available, to take advantage of this now, and it's only for serious people who are serious about change. So let's not delay. Let's not keep you where you are now, stuck in the same cycles, the same routines for another year. Let's work together and break free together and live life finally on your terms.
Truly, thank you, SCG.
I really appreciate you, SCG.
If you're going through something similar, he could help you also.
If you're thinking of coaching with him, try it out for sure. Reach out.
If you're struggling too, especially with heartbreak, or just like I am, or anything else for that matter, then please reach out to SCG. Book your free consultation, and I can assure you, you won't regret it. You can't put a price on your health, especially your mental health.